I finally finished these socks. Here's proof. 1, 2, 2 socks. Which normally would not be a particularly impressive accomplishment. Except that these socks have been fighting me for what feels like an eternity. But more realistically, it's probably closer to a couple of months. Somewhere in the middle of trying to force myself to finish them, I got diagnosed with ADHD, started medication, and suddenly knitting socks didn't feel like an impossible task anymore. This is the entirely unnecessary story of me trying to knit one pair of socks. Mostly just a single sock. But eventually we do get to the pair. Hi guys, I'm Rachel, and this is Toadstool and Folklore. If you're into crochet, knitting, pattern reviews, and the occasional crafting community news, you're in the right place. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment because it really does help out my little teeny tiny baby channel. And I would appreciate you forever and ever and ever. I will be your biggest fan. For some context, I am primarily a crocheter. Ignore this. I am going to start working on this though.
I always have to be singing something when I'm in an awkward situation.
Ignore me. I know how to knit, but crochet is the one that I naturally tend to lean more towards due to it being faster than knitting and me having like zero patience for anything. So for some strange reason, I decided I was going to knit myself a pair of socks. It actually isn't a random reason. I made my toddler her own pair of socks, like little baby socks. It has been something I've wanted to do since before she was born. Like, I thought, like, how cute would it be to, like, have her own little pair of knitted socks as a baby? And I wanted to make them when she was a tiny baby, but I was so tired. That girl never slept, and she still does not. I may never have a full night's sleep ever again. But she absolutely loves these socks. These are her favorite socks. She'll walk around with them. She likes to play hand puppets with them. She just likes wearing them. She puts them on her stuffies and everything. This is her favorite pair of socks. And that makes me so happy because it took so long to make them. So the real reason I decided to knit a sock was because I wanted a matching pair of socks with her, because it would be the cutest and coolest thing ever to have a pair of matching socks with my toddler, because like, who doesn't want to have matching socks? That's so freaking cute. And not only that, a knitted pair of socks, hand knit pair of knitted socks that like match and is just super cute. And I was right. It is the coolest thing ever, to be completely honest with you. So this was not my first attempt at knitting either. So I have done quite a few things that I can't find pictures of and therefore have no evidence of. But way back when I was a teenager, I decided to knit an entire Harry Potter costume. I used the Charmed Knits book, which is out of print, but our library had it, and the amount of times I had to reborrow, it was crazy. But I love that book, and I actually did find a copy of it on Amazon, even though it's out of print. I paid a little extra for it, but I have it for nostalgia reasons. And maybe one day I want to knit a Harry Potter sweater again. And then, after I knit that entire Halloween costume, it wasn't even cold. I knit a robe, I knit a sweater, I knit a tie, I tried to knit socks, and it just wasn't cold that year, which was so upsetting because I spent months making that costume. And if I ever visit my mom again, I'm 100% searching the basement for whatever box those are hidden in now. And then I will show you guys. But until then, you must use your imagination. Anyway, so my first sock that I ever knitted, right now I'm knitting too, so just for some context, because now I've become addicted and this is a problem. My first sock that I ever knitted, which I also do not have any evidence of, unfortunately, was supposed to be part of the costume, as I said before. The problem with that sock was that I was using worsted weight yarn. It turned out about the same size as a Christmas stocking. Not terribly sock sized or shaped, to be completely honest with you. But you know what? I made that one sock and then gave up on socks for the next, I don't know, at least 10 years. Not really a success, to say the least. So this time I knew what I was getting into, and I was completely prepared to be successful this time. Optimistically hopeful after a 10-year hiatus because of how mad that first sock experience made me. However, knitting these socks turned out to be much harder than I thought it was going to be, because despite the initial ADHD serotonin from planing, which I love planing things. Planing's like all I ever do. The actual making of the sock did not turn out to be as enjoyable as I had previously thought it would be. I was so excited to make these socks. I started knitting these socks with such good intentions, but eventually and inevitably, they got banished to the shadow realm for a while. And at some point I was like, all right, I absolutely have to finish these. Whether I want to or not, I have to force myself to make the dream come true, because my toddler already had her socks and she loved them so much, and I loved seeing her love her socks, and I knew how much she would love having a matching pair of socks. So I was like, listen, I just gotta do this. I just have to suck it up and just go for it. I have to just sit down and do it. And by forcing myself, I mean I literally had to force myself. I started making shorts and TikToks, which were basically just day whatever of forcing myself to knit this sock. It was just the first sock too, which I'm not sure which of these is the first sock. Actually, I might know. This here is the first sock. I did not cast on as tightly for this one as I did for this one. I really hope the lighting's not completely terrible. So this is the first sock. And I had knit to about basically to probably about like, let me unfold this bad boy. I had knit probably to about like here when I inevitably like got frustrated and gave up. And I started making shorts, which were basically just like day whatever of forcing myself to finish this sock in particular. It was in the hopes of having some like public accountability, which just turned into my husband harassing me about when the next part was. For a little bit, and I mean like one video, I was making good progress. And then I started recording the second video and I realized the gusset. If you don't know what a gusset is, because you're a crocheter like me, this line right here, this is the gusset. I didn't decrease enough before starting the actual foot of the sock, before ending the gusset and starting the actual foot. I had to take out a solid, I'm gonna be generous here, 2 to 3 inches of knitting to get this back to the gusset because I made the gusset too short and I didn't decrease enough and it felt like torture. I'm not gonna lie, I contemplated just leaving it, but I didn't want to have a wonky sock. Like, I'm okay with this part being a little bit wonky, but the entire thing, I wanted to at least, if I was going to finish my first sock for myself in like 10 years, I wanted to at least have it fit. The biggest downside to that was having a giant pile of yarn that I needed to untangle, which honestly feels like torture. Anyone who has ever untangled yarn knows this pain. It is excruciating. Then I fixed it, except that I didn't. So I had to fix it again. And then I thought it was fixed. And once again, it was not. So I fixed it once more. And finally, I got it right and I just put it down for a couple of days because I needed a mental break from that. That was mentally exhausting and frustrating. About a week later or so, I'm not really sure, I picked it up again and worked on the foot of the sock. And it felt like I was making so much progress. But at the same time, I had so much dread for actually doing the knitting part of making the sock, like the whole time. Ignore my toddler's swimsuit back there. It's drying so that we can wash it. I know I'm not worried about this dresser. It's from Goodwill. So thankfully, right around that time of putting down the sock and like just not wanting to pick it up for like a week, I got my ADHD diagnosis and got put on medication, which getting put on medication took forever because my health insurance didn't want to cover it. It was like, you need a prior authorization for this. You have to try this medication first, blah, blah, blah. So I'm on the first medication that they want me to try, which I'm not going to name because I don't know if YouTube. But man, this medication has been super helpful. I was able to find the motivation to finish this sock. And within 2 days after finishing this sock, I had this one finished in 2 days, which is insane for me. Like, that's record time. I don't think I've ever knit a full sock in 2 days. To be fair, I was probably also hyper fixating on it, but that's still insanely crazy to me. ADHD really explains why a lot of projects like this can be really hard for me. It wasn't that I didn't want the socks, because I really, really wanted the socks. The problem was that I wanted the finished object, not the in-between part where I actually had to do the work. But I also wanted to be a person who had hand-knit socks that they made for themselves, all by themselves. I wanted to be one of the cool kids that had those socks that they made by themselves. But wanting a finished thing and getting my brain to sit down and actually do the thing, like all of the repetitive steps, two completely different battlefields. But after starting my ADHD meds, I noticed that one of the things I could just do now was work on the sock. Granted, there was still some excitement behind it, especially after I finished that first sock. I was like on a serotonin high, ready to get that second one done. I did not have to spend nearly as much time convincing myself to start. I was able to pick it up, knit, and just keep going. And then bam, just like that, the project that had been looming over my head and causing me so much dread was just done. And here they are. Aren't they beautiful? I love them so much. Look at these socks. They're so comfy. My first finished pair of knitted socks made just for me. After all of the frogging and the great gusset disaster of 2026, tangled yarn that made me want to just give up, burn the house to the ground, and forcing myself to work on them. The worst part about all of this is I want to make more. Specifically, I want to make my toddler and my husband their own pair of matching socks because I know that they would both love it so much. And I have a confession to make, and I'm so sorry, but I have actually started working on them. This is the one for my husband. I'm gonna make him a pair first since he is the only one without his own pair of knitted socks. And I know that he would love having his own little pair of matching socks with our toddler, and she would adore it too because she adores her dad. It just makes me so happy to see them happy. So the only unfortunate thing about having started on this was that is that I have a million other projects that I need to make first for other videos, and I need to not get sidetracked. But the socks, they're calling me. Better light? I don't know. Can't tell. Oh, my head. Don't you just love it when you get a shooting pain in your head that makes you literally have to, it just forces your head down? I have the window open. That was my first mistake. Because not only do I have aphasia and BPPV and migraines from this TBI, I also have photosensitivity. I think it's called photophobia. My head really don't like light at all. I live in the dark, basically like a dwarf now, living in the dark in the ground, away from the sun. Actually, I can just be a vampire. That's what I'll be. I'll be a vampire. A vampire that doesn't know how to use his words, and therefore never gets into anybody's house because he doesn't know how to ask. So he's just a sad vampire. I think I understand the sock knitting obsession now that some people get. It is really, really nice. These are genuinely the most comfortable socks I have ever worn. Like, they don't have that annoying seam across the top that, like, when it gets on the bottom of your foot, you get, like, sensory overload and it makes you want to, like, crash out, kill, like, burn an entire village to the ground. They're also really breathable, but also really warm, which I was surprised about because, like, I didn't think that was possible, but here we are. These are the best socks I have ever worn in my entire life. I love them. And they already have fur all over them. I did lint roll them before this video, but if you see any fur, it's because I have 2 dogs and a cat. Fur is just part of the decor at this point. So these are made from a wool and polyester mix. I used the Silly Socks Flower Pop from Hobby because I got it in an advent calendar thing like back in 2022. No, it was 2023 that I got the advent calendar. And I ended up never actually making anything in that advent calendar. And then I lost the pattern that they sent with it. So, like, I just went and found another knitting pattern for socks, which I will link that in the comments below. It is a really nice pattern. Initially, I was worried that they weren't going to feel soft on my feet because wool to the touch has a little bit of, like, scratchiness. I mean, you can feel the individual fibers, if you know what I mean. It's not exactly soft to the touch, but on my feet, that's a whole other story because they feel amazing and I absolutely love them. They feel so nice. My only problem now that I have with these socks is that now I'm worried I'm gonna wear them too much and wear them out, like put a hole in the heel. And I know that the polyester helps with the durability to keep, but I'm still worried. So, of course, that means I'm gonna have to make myself more socks because I don't want it to wear out so fast. You know, if I'm constantly just wearing this one pair of socks, it's gonna wear out so fast. But then if I have multiple pairs of knitted socks, then they won't wear out so fast and I can still have that same nice hand knit sock feeling because, bro, these are so nice. This just reminds me of, like, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie all over again. We're at the end of the book where he's like, and if you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk too. Like, that's just what this reminds me of. But I am curious about something. If you knit and crochet like myself, which one do you find easier to actually sit down and do? Because crochet has always been the one that I gravitate towards. But these socks are so nice. It feels addicting. And I have to make another pair. At the very least, a pair for my husband. I will always be loyal to crochet. Never fear, my crochet followers. Never fear. I will always be loyal to crochet. But knit socks are always going to hold a special place in my heart. I don't think I can ever give up knit socks now. Now, if you want to see what I make next, like, comment, and subscribe because it genuinely helps my little newborn baby channel that I am working with here. And just maybe I'll make a second pair of socks. Maybe I'll actually finish my husband's pair of socks and I can, like, give it to him for Christmas. And if you're my husband and you're watching this, no, you did not. You didn't see this. Erase that from your brain right now. Maybe I'll even experiment more with knitting. Like, now I'm kind of like, ooh, I want to knit a sweater, but a sweater is a big project. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. In the meantime, I have plenty other of crochet projects that I actually need to finish right now. I think I have like 10 that I'm aware of, which is a little bit of a problem. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.